listen, there's no dilly-dallying today because we're going to
No.
talk a lot about this first player because again, we talked last week on the podcast or last episode where we talked about the pushback I got on Reddit for my top 150. The biggest pushback I got was I also ranked Jacob deGrom 6th overall.
You
You
did?
have Jacob deGrom 6th overall. Well,
Oh,
remember, we talked about this when we were comparing, and I had deGrom like 10 or 11.
I
And
thought you were gonna stick there. I didn't know you moved him
you
up to
did kind
6.
of win
Yeah.
me over a little bit.
Yeah.
We talked about there are no sure things with starting pitchers. Expect starting pitchers to get hurt at some point in time. We have seen deGrom finish as like the best starting pitcher in baseball with just 90 innings. So if you were to get 90, 100 innings out of deGrom, a top 5 finish is not crazy. He ended the season healthy. He will begin next season presumably healthy. And I just think at some point you got to roll the dice. This isn't hey, I'll take Tyler Glasnow 7th overall because Glasnow is good when he's on the mound. This is, I'll take deGrom 6th overall because he is far and away the best pitcher in baseball when he's on the mound. I think you take that gamble at some time. And so talk to me about why deGrom is 6 for you.
Yeah, so Jacob deGrom is likely gonna be different in the ADP that you see. Why? Because in your NFBC draft and hold, all that kind of stuff, it's unlikely for managers to go after deGrom as it's too risky of a play for innings. And I understand that. I also think that injuries are weird, and I think we lean too heavily on the concept that, oh, he's going to get hurt, so I can't touch him. And you say, Nick, Tyler Glasnow, you were so down on him this upcoming year. And honestly, as the season went on, I actually said, you know what? Everyone's getting hurt. Who cares? I'm going to go after Glasnow. He did eventually get hurt. Yes, but he still gave you 130 innings of productivity. That was really good. And that was the floor of it, right? That was that wasn't even the ceiling of it. Maybe not the floor, but the middle ground. So with Jacob deGrom, it's not like the other guys from before that we've seen. It's not as if he is, I don't know, Corey Kluber coming back from Tommy John. It's not like Walker Buehler coming back from Tommy John. This is the best pitcher on the planet. And I know that there's Skeens here. I know that there's Skubal. I know that there's all these other guys that are so good right now. But then you remember when he came back, and this is a guy just trying to get back into the groove. Usually we see worse stuff metrics in September when guys come back. I remember seeing that from Tristan McKenzie, Shane Bieber. I normally don't get the best version until the full off season when they come back. But even this version of Jacob deGrom, over about 80 pitches on each of his four-seamer and slider, 5.81 PLV on the four-seamer and 5.66 on the slider. This is Jacob deGrom. He's here. He's back. He's amazing still. And all I see here is a healthy Jacob deGrom entering the year. I remember 2 years ago, Jacob deGrom, there were all these arguments. If you get 100 innings of deGrom, that is 50%. Guys need to be 50% better than that at 180 or so, 150 to equate to it. And look, I am going to say, I don't know that other guy that you're going to compare him to is going to have 150 plus innings exactly. It's not a 100% guarantee. And I would think that deGrom coming back from an elbow injury, when you look at his injury history for the last 4 years or so, yes, there was a thing, I believe, with either his back or his shoulder, but most of it was arm, and it was him delaying this inevitable Tommy John. So I'm thinking this is a healthy elbow. That's healthier than other guys who have not just gone through Tommy John. I'm imagining deGrom should not be down in a month or so this season. I think he actually has volume to give next year, and it's going to be top of the line production. And I can't say that everyone else is going to go be a workhorse for 200 innings, is for 180 innings. I say go get the guy that when it's April 20th, you see him absolutely dominating and go, why didn't I get Jacob deGrom? That's what's good. Every single fantasy manager is going to do before the end of May, and you won't regret it. Except that you shouldn't be getting top of the line starters. I don't do that. I don't draft high end starters anyway. But you're going to see that deGrom of ADP at like 15 or so or 20. And he's not going to go at 6. But I think for 12 teamers, he should be going at 6.
Yeah. And you're going to get age pushback too. And like, listen, Verlander won a Cy Young when he was older than deGrom will be this year. Sure. Like the age in and of itself is not the issue. It's the health. And yes, he is far better. And I agree with you. At some point, you've got to take the gamble here.